welcome back. Yes, I went to the NRV, they call it. It's New River Valley Toy Show. But you know, at one time it started out really as the diecast show, and it's been diecast show for years until here recently they started to try to get more vintage toys and stuff involved. And some of the shows have been pretty decent. And then there's some of the shows of, you know, just, it's got a lot of diecast still going on. They need a bigger building. They have moved from one spot to another spot and made it a little bit bigger, but now it's growing even bigger. So they really need even more spaces to have more vintage toy stuff, I think. Me and my buddy Brandon too, if you've never seen him on the channel, he's been on the channel a few times. We call him 2 because there's another Brandon that sometimes has been on the channel too, and we call him Brandon 1. And he's older, so he's 1 and he's 2. But anyway, yeah, I mean, it was a decent show. It was pretty crowded. It had just opened up when me and Brandon got there. And I was kind of disappointed in ways because there was only about 4, maybe 5 vendors that had some old stuff. And it wasn't a whole lot of stuff that I was interested in. But, you know, we got to looking around and stuff, and I did find a few cheap old things. One I bought from 2 vendors, really. One vendor I bought most of the stuff that I got, and one vendor I only bought one little thing from. So, but yeah, overall, it wasn't too bad of a show. We did leave there and go to a game store. And then we went to Goodwill. We went out and grabbed something to eat. Hell, we even stopped at a Walmart on our days off. He works at Walmart too, so yeah. And then we stopped by Spookables, but it didn't do a whole lot of other filming or anything like that. I really just wanted to, you know, well, it was so crowded, it's hard to get in, you know, at a table and film stuff. And you know, people always walk in front of you and stuff like that, and it was just too crowded. If I do go to the show again here anytime soon this year, I will probably wait a little while, maybe go at like 10 or 11. And I know what most people say, you got to get there early and get the deals and get the good stuff before some of the other vendors buy it up and stuff, or you know, scalpers get it, or whatever you want to call them, resellers and stuff. But, you know, I got to the point now, if it's there, it's there. If it ain't, it ain't. That's just the way it is. I'm not going to try to get there at the crack of dawn to try to find something. But I did find some good stuff at some good prices. So let's take a look at some of the things that I bought. First thing up, I did pick up this, this is from 1984, Stripe figure. Yeah, the Gremlin Stripe figure. Now I have Gizmo and a few little gizmos. I think this is made by LJN. His ear is a little clipped, and his feet are really jacked up. They're look like a dog is gnawed on it or whatever. But for $5, you know, I couldn't beat it, so I decided to grab him for $5. And it turned out I knew the guy, and he has sold at other places and stuff too. And he has a friend that has a store that we've been to in Beckley, West Virginia. Matter of fact, Brandon 1 and 2 went to that antique slash comic shop. I don't know, it had a little bit of everything in it. But anyway, $5, couldn't pass him up. Well, you know, I wanted to get, let me get this right here. I wanted to get into some other things. You know, I'm always seeing, you know, He-Man, and I'm seeing, you know, maybe wrestlers, or I'm seeing you know, other kind of figures and stuff that, you know, G.I. Joes and stuff. You see a lot of that same stuff over and over and over. I wanted something different. And I got a few different things today. And these were little robots that came out in McDonald's Happy Meals back in 1987. Now, back in 87, excuse me, back in 87, I was turning like 13, so I wasn't getting Happy Meals. And so I don't remember these guys, but they are called Runaway Robots. And I picked up 4 of them right here. You can see this one looks like a snake. And it's got the little track for the, like the wheels or robots or whatever. I don't know what this one is. He's a yellow looking one. He's pretty cool. Then there was a blue one. Matter of fact, I got 2 of these. He said, you know, get one, all these, I'll give you another one free. So really, I got 2 of them. And I have this black one right here, where he turns around this way, I believe. Yeah. But there's also a red one and I think a purple one or something. So I don't have the whole set. But anyway, they're still pretty cool looking. And they came from, like I said, McDonald's of all places. And I thought they would be cool to add to the ever-growing shelf back there. Little trinkets here and there. I like little bitty figure things and stuff like that, like muscle men, little things that came out of like vending machines and stuff like that from the 80s and 90s and stuff like that. So I like them little kind of things too, just to go here and there. So when you do look at my stuff, you got to really look, because you see some cool stuff here and there. Also another little dude that I picked up. This is a Z-Bot. Yeah, I've never heard of these guys, but he was only $1 too, and he kind of, well, he bends down and bends up, and his arms move. He's got a little bit of articulation there. I didn't notice that until just now, but yeah, he's pretty cool. Don't know much about them either, but I think he came out in a McDonald's Happy Meal too. These little guys do. I seen something online where they had these on from McDonald's Happy Meals and stuff. So he's a pretty cool looking dude. That was just to add around to getting what I wanted to get for 20 bucks, because everything I got from him added up to 19 bucks. And then he was like, well, you want something else for $1, and he threw that in. Now I did get this little hamburger too, and they call them Hatchables and stuff, but I don't really figure out. I mean, only thing I can figure out that this slides out, and that's all I see that happens. I lift it, I move it, I twist it, I turn the burger. I tried doing all kinds of things with it, and it's not doing anything. So I don't understand what this is. Is it supposed to be like a transformer? What's the deal with that? It just opens up to that little bit. I don't really get that, but yeah. For $1, I go ahead and got it, put it on the shelf. It came from McDonald's. Still getting from the same guy. Everything else came from this guy too. You know, I've been getting into the real Ghostbusters a few years ago, about 2 years ago, I think it went. I went to Indiana and I started the collection there at a toy shop where I got a ton of stuff there, and mainly monsters. I like the monsters and the ghosts and stuff like that. Picked up this dude. I don't know his name. He is missing his cord. There is a cord that goes in him and you pull. I went to a place in Charleston, West Virginia here not too long ago that has this, and he had the cord for 20 bucks. But I found this for 10, but then since he was giving me a deal on everything else, I said, how about $5? So he gave them to me for $5. So not bad. I might be able to get on eBay and find the cord, or find another kind of cord that goes to him or something. I don't know. But you know, he'll add to the Ghostbuster collection, and he's just a cool dude, you know. And I got him for $5 without the cord, so can't beat that. I also picked this up, and I knew something was wrong with it. Most of them are 30, 40, 50 bucks online. I was like, there's something missing. And there's another one of the monsters, and he's a bigger one that I've been wanting. This guy right here, I think they call him Gopper. His bottom teeth and his tongue's missing, as you can see right there. He does stretch up like this. I don't know exactly what the deal was with him, but I thought, you know, if nothing else, I only gave $5 for him. I could put some little bitty trinket figures and stuff in his mouth, make him look like he's eating them or something. Because I have looked online to see if you can just find the tongue and the teeth and stuff, and I can't find them nowhere. I just see this, and it's usually 30 to 40, 50 bucks, even more in some spots on eBay. But yeah, he's a cool addition to the real Ghostbusters cartoon figures and stuff. So yeah, that is that one right there. I got off of him too for $5, and for $3, I think most of them are called, I've got one that somebody told me it was a battle troll, and I know there's other troll things from the 90s, but I don't know if these are actually called battle trolls or not, but they look like the other ones. I got this one and this one, $3 a piece. Little purple guy, and this guy's a little football player. I couldn't pass them up. I thought they was pretty neat to put on the shelf with the other one. I can't even remember what the other one is I got. The other one that I got from the Colt shop probably a few years ago when he was open and stuff. So add these guys to the old collection. I thought these was neat, and have more than just one battle troll, or they call them something else. I can't remember. Let me know in the comments below if you know what I'm talking about. And that's it. That's the haul. I only spent 25 bucks on all that. Really cheap deal on most of that stuff. And like I said, the show is pretty good, but I don't know if I'll go to the next one. I might hold off. I think in October, Hickory, North Carolina has their show, and that show is awesome. Yeah, that is a big show. This one we only stayed at about an hour, because you just, after an hour, you've done seen everything. You go to Hickory, you're there all day looking at stuff. It is a big show. So that's in October. He has another show in September, Ralph does, for his stuff. But I didn't really see much else I wanted. I did pick up a Chuck Norris Karate Commandos, I think it's a Vet, the car from there, and looked at it and then put it down, and I swear I wasn't gone 10 minutes, and I came back around to see, you know, close to where that table was, and I was thinking about asking the guy, because he was talking to somebody at the beginning when I got there, and the damn thing was already gone. So yeah, that kind of sucked. I was like, damn, I missed out on that. It might have only been 20 bucks or something. I would have bought it for sure. But they did have some other cool things, like them critters that you seen in the video. But them things were, one was $90 and one was $75. I was like, oh man. But I'd love to got them, but not this time, maybe some other time. I was on the cheap road that day, and I, you know, it not necessarily had to buy cheap stuff, but just wanted to find some deals. And I think I got some deals. Let me know what your favorite thing is that I picked up at the NRV New River Valley Toy Show. Until next time, this is Movie John, and I'm always hitting up toy shows.